Hello Goat Punchers, this is Awesome Sauce and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic 4 Episode 2. When we left off, we'd just taken on the White Park Zone, the Racist Park Zone. Today we're going to be taking on Oil Desert. And I won't make a racist joke there. I was about to. I was this close. I was like an inch away from a racist joke. Yeah, a whole inch, dude. Alright, so... Lord. I've actually beaten this, now. I'm telling you what, I'm getting about damn tired about story-based games. I love Sonic, don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is I'm getting tired of... No, I hate those freaking things. I beat it, by the way. I beat Sonic 4 on PS3. And it was super fun and amazing. Oh god, I freaking hate those bad guys. But I'm getting tired of the LPing story-based games. I know I've said that to you guys before, but I'm seriously considering doing some, you know, less linear gameplay stuff. 10-minute episodes of Skyrim or something, you know? I really like to do a Skyrim LP, but... Damn it, I hate you! Even if they have just a little bit of a ball. That's the one bad thing about this game. Some of the bad guys seem a little bit cheap, not gonna lie. Oh god, don't do this to me. That's right, you can't even handle the hotness, man. Can't even handle it. Can't handle the hotness. You saw. He couldn't handle it. I will never get another Chaos Emerald in this level. I swear. Not that I don't want to. These bad guys are so freaking cheap. That's cheap as hell. Okay, it's fine. Dung beetles, man. You'd think Sonic could be able to handle a little dung pile, but... I mean, think of his career for the past however long. Oh, did I just say that out loud? Okay, I'm not hating on Sonic. I love Sonic. I'm not part of that fan base. I mean, like, I guess I would consider myself part of the Sonic fan base, but I don't know. At the same, really not. Time is. This music has a little bit of a beat there that sounds a little bit like Metropolis Zone. Maybe that's just me, though. I don't know. I ain't even know. Oh, dear. Man, that's handy. Having tails around is super handy. Okay. But yeah, beat the game. Very impressed with it. What galls me, though, is the fan base that shall not be named, which includes members of the media, has basically decided that although Sonic 4 episode... seriously, like, I'm dead serious about this. Places like Games Radar and shit, okay? Prominent game reviewing outlets have decided that although Sonic 4 Episode 2 is better than Sonic 4 Episode 1 in almost every way, it garners a score about 2 points less than its predecessor. So apparently, like, people are seriously saying this. They're like, it was a major improvement in this way, this way, and this way, but it lacked that feeling, that, you know, lacked that retro feeling of Sonic, blah, blah, blah. I think Games Radar in specific really pissed me off, because the Games Radar review last year for Sonic 4 Episode 1 was like an 8 out of 10, and they said a worthy addition to the Sonic series, or something to the effect of, I love these sections too, because it has this gimmick where you basically have to time Tails' flying right, and use the wind to get you most of the way. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not that hard once you get the hang of it, and don't act like an idiot like me. Oh, man, I'm so stupid. Dang it. So anyway, okay, so they said it was, like, worthy of the name Sonic 4, right? And then this next one, right? They said, although it improved upon, you know, the physics and the graphics and the music and the gameplay, it fails to capture the magic of the Genesis originals. And guess what the scores were, right? You'd think they said, you know, since they say Sonic 4 Episode... Oh, yeah! Epicness. That was sweet, dude. You see that crap? I just got the red coin, girl. Yeah, you know. Alright, so you would guess that I mean, I personally would guess, if you say that it's better than the previous one, that it's going to get a better score. Well, Games Radar gave Sonic 4 Episode 1 an 8 out of 10. And they gave Sonic 4 Episode 2 a 5 out of 10. What the holy blue hell are they smoking? Are you freaking kidding me? This game is like super fun. It improves on Sonic 4 Episode 1 in every conceivable way. And yet you can't seem to find it in your heart to give it a good score. Ugh, just pisses me off to no end. These people. I mean, I don't think that they have brains. I think it's just, oh, it's not exactly like the old Sonic. It's not exactly like Sonic 2. It's not exactly like Sonic 3 and Knuckles, so I hate it. Oh, God. I swear, Sonic can't catch a friggin' break. And you know, the fact is that, no, it's never going to be exactly like it was. You know why? Because it's a different friggin' game. The point is to improve. The point is to change. Now, I'll agree this game has some problems, but so did previous Sonic titles. I'll admit that I'm not all that keen on most of the music from Sonic 1. You know? And there were some parts in... there's some parts in this game that are frustratingly difficult, but there are some parts in Sonic 3 and Knuckles that I felt were frustratingly, even unfairly difficult. But I still got through them. You know? I mean, that's the point. You want a good challenge, and that's what I think that this game provides. I think this game provides something that you don't see a whole lot in the games industry anymore. You don't... it provides a genuine challenge, and the thing is you get these game reviewers who, from Sonic, are expecting something that doesn't exist. A lot of Sonic fans are expecting a game that really just does not exist and will never exist and cannot really exist, if you consider the facts. Because there are, you know, classic fans who are from the era of, you know, frustratingly difficult games, like me, okay? I came from the Sega Genesis days. I came from the days when games were frustratingly difficult. Oh, cool. You haven't gotten to see this yet. This is the, I think it's only in Oil Desert. I don't know why. But, it's a move that allows you to get extra points and blow up extra enemies. I think it's pretty sweet. And then you get a bunch of ass ton of rings. It's freaking sweet, dude. It's sort of like the, I would compare it to Sonic Heroes, the special move that you get. It's pretty sweet. So anyway, so you got people like me who have come from the days of games that are just really hard, either because, you know, they wanted to make the game longer, or because there's no, you know, save games. You know, there's many reasons that older games were more difficult. Some of them were just more difficult because they were poorly made. I mean, it's hard to say. You know, it really depends on the game. Like, for example, Sonic Spinball. That game's so hard. I never freaking got through level 2. Not once in my entire life. And that game is really hard. Okay? This game has some points in it that, yeah, the learning curve is pretty steep. I mean, it's not hugely steep. Everything's doable. And everything's fairly, you know, fair. It just requires you to, you know, think about it. It requires you to think fast sometimes. And you can get past it, you know? So, you know, there's a lot of, you know, I would say there's people who are clamoring for two separate things. They're clamoring for a Sonic game that, you know, harkens back to the difficulty and fun and speed and physics of the Genesis games, which I think this game does. I think it goes back to the difficulty level. I think it goes back to the, you know, interesting gimmicks, and it improves upon them with this Tails mechanic. It improves upon everything that Tails was in the second and third games, and improves upon, you know, his usefulness. That was shorter than I thought it would be. Oh, special stage. Oh, no. Oh, God, I hate you. I hate you, Sonic. You should die. Alright. So, I mean, I think it does that. So you got people asking for that, right? And they're asking for... Now, there are the really unreasonable fans who are asking for Sonic to be, you know, have his character design changed to what we had as a kid. I'm sorry. You really just gotta get the fuck over that. I'm sorry to use that language, but, dude, give it up, okay? Just get over yourself. Sonic looks different. Many characters go through character design changes. It's a natural part of life, I'd say. So get over yourself. Remember, it's not the 90s anymore. And they're expecting that out of Sonic, but, you know, nobody seems to remember that, you know, Mario has had major character design changes before. And nobody says a damn word, you know? Anyway, so I think Sonic looks cool. I like the new design of Sonic. Just gonna say that right now. They have this mechanic too where I can't actually stop on a dime because the ground's covered with oil and it's leaking it onto the ground and polluting the earth. That's my favorite part, is the pollution. Then, okay, so that you've got the classic fans, right? And you've got the modern fans. Well, then there's this, you know, sort of group of people who review video games. And they are expecting not only, I guess they're expecting a challenge. They're expecting the physics to be fixed, which this game has both of those things. Oh, I should have done a bro spin. Oh, God. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Don't want to die. Oh, lordy. There we go. Do it. No! No! Ah! I hate that freaking one. Okay, it's fine, though. Alright. So you've got that. And then you've got these reviewers who are expecting a challenge. They're expecting an improvement in the physics. And they're expecting a game. I mean, if you read some of the reviews, they talk about how they think the game was too difficult sometimes, in that they thought, you know, there were cheap deaths, and that sometimes the game got really frustrating because of design flaws, I guess. That basically there were I think I saw this one on the Sonic stadiums. This one does come from the fan base that shall not be named, but if you think about it, I mean, they basically say, because it's designed by dimps, it therefore must suck. Which, first of all, is categorically untrue. They did a fantastic job with the Sonic Advance series. And they just say, well, dimps made it, so that's an issue. Okay, this game is really fun. I can say that the level design is really interesting, and yes, it does require you to think fast in some places. To the point sometimes where you do die the first time if you're not familiar with it. Big, hairy deal. Get over yourself. Okay? You're expecting a challenge. I guess what I see from a lot of reviewers is they're expecting a challenge worthy of Sonic the Hedgehog, while at the same time expecting not to die ever, because apparently they're just so damn good at the game that it can't possibly be their own, you know, it can't possibly be their fault that they died. It's the game's fault. It's the game design is poor. That's why I died here, you know? And when I was a kid, when I died because something was difficult or challenging, or, I mean, you know, you die all the time in Castlevania. You have to think really quick in Castlevania. You can never do it the first time. Now, I'm not saying this game is as good as the original Castlevania, okay? I'm not even insinuating that. What I'm saying is that games that are difficult in that way, you know, you're supposed to die sometimes, okay? This game is not necessary. Friggin' heck, screw you, dude. Ugh. Okay. A lot of games have that amount of difficulty. Okay, that was close. I mean, a lot of games have some points where you're gonna die a lot, and it's gonna be frustrating, and really, you should just get the heck over it, you know? And I don't know, these people are expecting this friggin' middle ground where it's not even a middle ground. They're expecting this random fairyland where the game is challenging but won't ever kill them, right? They're expecting these points that they won't have to do over and over again to get the technical skill in order to pass it, right? Like, I can compare it to, I mean, I think the only thing wrong with this game is the boss cutscenes are a little long, and I've seen that said by a few people. Yeah, the boss intros are a bit frustratingly long sometimes. Is it necessarily a bad thing? I mean, it doesn't ruin the game. The bosses are still incredibly fun and interesting and challenging and new. I mean, this game is posing boss challenges that, you know, I haven't seen in Sonic games in a long time. Just really, really fun, challenging boss levels. For example, see how long this takes? This boss will take forever to get started. That's the only thing that pisses me off about it, and even then, it's a minor concern. right? It's not cheap. It's, you know, it's not something that really breaks the gameplay. In fact, the gameplay is extremely solid. The level design is solid. Everything's fun. But, good God, the game... Oh, my freaking computer. Anyway, so... Damn it. Son of a bitch. Okay, we got it. But you see how long that boss cutscene took? And it's still going on right now. Okay, now it's done. Okay. And the goal here is not to get hit by these falling blocks. Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is these people are expecting sort of this, you know, magical fairyland where the game is challenging, but not to a point where it makes them feel challenged. I don't know if that makes any friggin' sense at all. What I compare it to is there's a boss in Sonic 3 in Lava Reef Zone that is just frustratingly hard. You're kind of trapped in this lava pit, and if you don't do everything perfectly... Oh, cool. Tails' tails got him. Tails' tails are dangerous in this game, by the way. If he runs into anything with his tails, and that thing gets the tail end. You know what I mean. Yeah! Take it. So, I mean... Yeah, Lava Reef Zone. You're trapped in this lava pit, and the only way to defeat the boss is to jump from moving lava platform to moving lava platform and stay alive long enough to actually defeat the boss. You actually don't do a whole lot of hitting the boss yourself. You do a lot of waiting for the boss to... What just knocked me in the other direction? That was weird. You do a whole lot of waiting for the boss to get hit by stuff he's already flinging at himself. Right? The boss is not one of my favorites. I think it's poorly designed. I think it's frustratingly difficult at times because, you know, jumping from those platforms requires a lot of, you know, technical skill, and if you lose your rings, they all get consumed by the freaking lava, and you can't get them back. So you either have to do things perfectly or hope that you can defeat the boss without any rings. Otherwise, you're screwed. That is one of my least favorite bosses in Sonic history. Do I whine about it all the freaking time? No. I mean, it's just an example of something that was, I mean, maybe not the best designed, but, you know, not undoable. It took me a long time to actually do it, but once I got it, you know, it was fine. But I have seen some of the most creative boss design in this game, from a Sonic game, in a long time. Some of the coolest, you know, some of the coolest boss stuff I've seen, you know, just in forever. And the final boss, oh my god, you guys are going to love the final boss. He's so much fun. It's hard, but it's really cool. It's just really well designed. So, I mean, that's what I was looking for from this game, and I got it. And I guess it all comes down to expectations, but when I look at these reviews, what galls me the most at these friggin' people ask for one thing. They say this thing, etc., etc. Okay, there's two sections to this boss, by the way. This gosh damn guy. And he's going to jump back and forth to try to trick us. And we're going to try and get on the right side of his face. Shit. Damn it. No, I lost all my rings. Damn it. Okay. Come on. Ugh. There we go. And in the feet. Boom, son. Treated. Well, I guess what pisses me off the most is they give a good rating to Sonic 1 episode, Sonic 4 episode 1, right? They praise it, and they say the things that they like is to see Tails come back, play a bigger role. They say they'd like the music to be a little bit better, you know, because the music, admittedly, in both of these games is not amazing. They say that they'd like the graphics to be improved because the things look a little bit flat, and they say that they'd like the physics to be improved. What does Sonic 4 episode 2 do? It answers all of those. It does all of those things, and I think does a really good job of just being a fun game. And then they give it a lower rating than Sonic 4 Episode 1? How do you possibly give this game a lower rating than Sonic 4 Episode 1? How does that make any fucking sense? I mean, it's completely ridiculous. It makes no sense whatsoever. Judged on its merits, it is way better than Sonic 4 Episode 1. I don't friggin' understand it. I don't understand it. It boggles my friggin' mind. And then they expect the game to, you know, they rate it instead of based on, you know, improvements and based on, you know, actual gameplay and fun. They rate it based on, well, dude, it was cheap design. You know, it killed me too often. Oh, poor thing. Poor you. And then they rate it based on this sort of floaty concept of the magic of the Genesis titles. Give me a break. I'm really sick of it. Anyway, hopefully next time I won't spend the entire video ranting. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you, Goat Punchers everywhere. And I will see you next time.